Salaam greetings, humans. I totally messed up this weekend and didn't make any sort of video for Monday. It's been kind of a hectic weekend and a beginning of the week. But today is Hijri New Year. I think it's 1437. So, I hope everybody has a great day. Start the year off right and just keep going with good stuff all year, inshallah. Okay, so today I've got a chat video. I've got topics and stuff to talk about, so sorry, no fun stuff. This is fun. So no food and no outside adventures. I'm just in the lab in a different part today, so I can record. Okay, so basically this video is about things I've learned. Islamic New Year, what I've learned in the year 1436 or 2015/2014 for those of you on the calendar year. So first, Islam will make you cry. I'm not saying that you're going to break down into tears and just have this crazy experience when you take your shahada. You might, but not everybody does, and that's okay. But eventually you will cry. You don't have to be a crying person, but you will. It's just going to happen, and it's funny and it's weird, and after you do it, especially if you're crying in prayer, you'll feel a lot better. I promise from experience, you will feel so much better than you would maybe crying on the phone to your best friend, because they might not completely understand, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala completely understands. Next is that everything takes time. Some people might expect, but nobody expects you to take your shahada and then be wearing niqab the next day. And if they do, they have unrealistic expectations. Everything takes time. I didn't start excuse me, I didn't start wearing full hijab right away. I started, pulling my hair back and not wearing my hair straight and long and out for everybody to see, or in a fro. Like, you just start by pulling it back into a ponytail, or wearing it in a bun, or just doing stuff that's a little more toned down. And then maybe you wear turbans, and maybe you go from wearing shorts to capris and capris to pants, or maybe you start wearing maxi skirts more frequently. Maybe you buy a couple of abayas and test them out. But it takes time, and please don't let anybody make you feel bad about how quickly you start wearing hijab or not, about how modestly you're dressing or not. Give it a minute. Changing your wardrobe is expensive, okay? You've built up these clothes over however long you've been this particular size, and not everything is super modest. I personally have a lot of free t-shirts, and they're all short sleeve. It does not mean I'm going to throw all my t-shirts away. It just means that maybe I have to buy a couple of, just the sleeves to wear, and those are maybe $8 US. So, just think of ways you can add modesty to your own wardrobe, and just let it be a process. Don't throw everything away right away, because you'll end up wearing the same two abayas all the time. So just give it a minute. If you're not doing all of your prayers at the same time, not at the same time, so that doesn't even make sense. If you are not doing all 5 of your daily prayers, and may Allah make it easy for you so that you can, do a few and add, but try and get them all in. But everything takes time, so just be patient with yourself, and be patient with people who have just come to Islam. We all had to start somewhere. So give them a minute. 3. The struggle is real. Okay? People are going to tell you how you should wear your hijab. Your skirt's not loose enough. Your top is too tight. And these are from within the Muslim community. And then you have people on the outside, like the rallies last weekend. May Allah protect us all and keep us safe from anybody who would seek to hurt us. But yeah, people will make it difficult. People always have. There's nothing easy about being human, especially when there are other humans involved. So, patience, sabr, is in your best interest, and it's very good for you. What else? That wasn't a super good point, but whatever. It's on the list, so I'm just going by the list. Next is keep it to yourself. I like this one. This is a reminder to myself first before anybody else. Not everything you do needs to go on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or Reddit or 9gag or Tumblr or on your blog. Sometimes it's okay to keep good stuff to yourself. You wouldn't necessarily want everybody to know all the bad stuff you do, you know? So it's okay to keep stuff to yourself. And sometimes you should. A little bit of mystery is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You don't have to tell people your conversion story. I don't know why everybody is so interested. But you don't have to tell people. You don't have to tell them any super negative particulars about what you were like before you were Muslim. Yeah, you don't. And you don't have to tell them every single solitary detail. Again, this goes back to keeping it to yourself. Everybody doesn't need to know. And it's okay if they don't. It's okay to tell people you don't want to talk to it. Oh, I'm sorry, my dad is calling. Hold on. Alright, I don't remember where I was. Sorry. My dad called, and I like talking to him, so, y'all got put on hold. But it's okay, I got a list, so I don't even have to remember everything. Oh, you don't have to tell everybody your conversion story. It's okay, you can keep it to yourself. If people ask you about it, I don't know, just say alhamdulillah, Muslim now. Then they'll say alhamdulillah and nod and smile and expect more, but you don't have to say anything else. And if they push you, you're totally free with everything else in this world to say, I don't feel like talking about it right now. My next point, abayas are awesome. Ladies, get some. Get some. You can wear PJs all day and nobody will ever think any different. I'll put a link to my favorite abaya in the description bar, wherever it happens to be. It used to be over here, on this side, a long time ago. But now it's down here. So, and maybe in the future it will be everywhere. Future. So, abayas are awesome. They can get really expensive. But don't get expensive ones. Unless you want them or you have that kind of money. But then they don't have to be super expensive. I think my favorite one is like $20. It's a lot of fabric. So, they're not going to be like $2 unless you can get them at like a thrift shop. Find like a Muslim community and see if they have a Salvation Army or a thrift shop or a Goodwill nearby. And you probably should be able to find some abayas there and long shirts. Haha, there we go. Takes time, hijab, proper dress. Thrift shops can speed up that process. That was point 246. This second to last point, point 7. Be kind to people. This really shouldn't be something I have to say, but I have to say it because I had an experience today where just a little kindness, common courtesy would have gone a long way in making me feel welcome and comfortable. So yeah, I realize you've probably seen this post on Instagram and Facebook and Facebook and Facebook and Facebook and Tumblr and Twitter and all social medias ever. I'm not sure if you saw it on MySpace. I didn't have MySpace, but you might have. And you might see it now if you go on MySpace. But it's a post that says, be kind to everyone, for everyone is fighting a battle that you know nothing about. So, smiling at someone on the street who looks like you, if you are a brown person, or just a person of color, any color in the world, and you see somebody that looks like you, especially when you're a minority, smile, give them a nod, just sup. That goes a long way to making somebody feel comfortable and welcome. And if somebody says hello, I don't care where they're from, what they're doing, I don't care if you think that person has mental problems and might be crazy. Say hello. It takes nothing. It's 2 syllables, hello, and you just continue on your merry way. It means a lot. Especially, you don't know if that person is shy or has incredible crushing anxiety, and saying hello to you, a stranger, or somebody who looks like them, took everything they had. So that little bit of recognition can make you feel really good. So, say hey. Say salams to strangers. If you are a woman and you see maybe a couple of women walking together, say salam to them. Say it. That is your sister. You would not see your favorite cousin, your best friend on the street, and not say hey, right? Never. That's your peeps. Even if you got a little bit of beef, but you know that person, you say. I'm not asking you to have a whole conversation, but say hello. And lastly, point number 8, I think. Oh, that didn't work. 4, okay. 8. Yeah, magic. Make sure, I'm going to read you what the point just says. It says vision and intention. Am I absolutely certain what I meant when I wrote this? No. But let's guess at it, okay? Intention, obviously, very important in Islam. So, have intention about the stuff that you do. Even when you go to open the door, make it an act of worship, say Bismillah, stuff like that. That was weird. But also have a vision. Like, what do you see yourself doing in 6 months, in a year, 5 years, 10 years? It might not happen, but at least you've got a goal for where you want to be, something that you see yourself doing, something that you want. Make sure you set those goals financially. People don't think about their financial future a whole lot. I certainly did not. High school students, I would encourage you to think about your financial future. If you're going to college, how are you going to pay for it? And inshallah, it's easy. Inshallah, your parents have money or have stored up a college fund, or you can work through and not have to have student loans and debt, because it's not fun. I promise, it's not fun. Financial goals, personal goals, like, do you want to start running? Do you want to work out? I want to do none of those things, but I do want to be able to walk from Evanston to Chicago. That's like 14 miles, 13, 14 miles. I want to do that one day. When? I don't know, but inshallah. So, set goals and then understand how you want to get there. Am I going to start by, am I just going to go today and go, you know what? I'm going to walk all the way home. No, that's not smart. And then I'm going to be upset if I can't get it, and then I got to find a bus or a train or figure out something, have somebody help me get home. So, set your goals and make sure you have little steps around the way. So you've got this 10-year goal, like, yeah, I want my MD, PhD. There's still 10 years between now and that. And you have to find some sort of satisfaction in the in-between. So we've got financial, we've got personal. Education, of course, if you want to do continuing ed classes, you want to graduate from high school, college, get a master's, get a PhD, get an MD, get an EDD, a Doctor of Education, a PsyD, do all that stuff. Set that as a goal. And lastly, but probably most importantly, set a goal for, maybe that'll kind of combine, but set a goal for your religion and for the afterlife. Like, do you think like, oh yeah, inshallah I'm gonna get to Jannah, inshallah I'm gonna get to Jannah, but what are you doing to make that dream a reality? Think about it. Goals for Islam, are you going to go to the end of the Quran and start memorizing a couple of short surahs because you don't speak Arabic? You haven't memorized anything since Bible study. You've got little kids memorizing the whole Quran, mashallah. I think I read that the youngest Hafiz is a boy at about, I want to say he's 11, and he started memorizing Quran at 7. Mashallah, that's amazing. I want to get on his level. So, set goals for yourself. Like, what do you want to be a Hafiz? How much Quran are you going to memorize? Every week, every day, every month? How much do you plan to have done by the end of the year? By the end of 1437, like, you're at the beginning of a new year. People always talk about, oh, New Year's resolutions. People are like, okay, I want to lose weight. Okay. So what are you going to do? It's important to think about. You're here. You want to get here. But you can't fly. There's got to be a ramp between the two places, or a staircase, and just think about the steps that you're going to take to get there. Boom. Inspiration. Long-winded inspiration. So yeah, that's it. So just to sum this up real quick and read all of my points, Islam will make you cry. 2, 2, everything takes time. Roll with it. 3, the struggle is real. It's real. 4, Keep it to yourself. Everybody don't need to know. 5. You don't have to tell people your conversion story. People, stop asking. 6. Abayas are everything. Again, I'll put a link to my favorite one down below. Be kind, because people are fragile. And even if people don't tell you that their feelings are hurt, their feelings might be hurt. So just be careful. Be nice. Be kind. Respect people. All people. And lastly, have a vision and make intention. So, inshallah, that was useful to everybody else. It was certainly useful to me to make this list and to ponder on it. And I've got to get back to my experiment because I've got a minute before I got to do something else. So, inshallah, you enjoyed this video. If you want to do more chit-chat videos, I'd be more than happy. I like to talk, especially to myself and especially to you. It's nice to know that people listen, even if it's just my mom watching these videos. And if it is you, Mom, hi, Mom. Hi. I'm sorry. I'm tired, but that's why I'm going home early. Yeah. I'm done. I'll see you in my next video, inshallah, and thank you so much for watching. Toodles, humans.